Welcome to Northwestern State, where great things happen. I'm Jillian, your host. Here with Dr. Randall Webb, president of Northwestern State University. Always a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
And Ms. Blount, the associate director of alumni affairs. Haley, how is it to be a student returning to work for your university?
Well, it's more than I could ask for. I mean, people ask me that all the time, and it probably sounds cliche coming from the alumni director saying how much I love Northwestern, how happy I am to be back here, but it's the truth. I mean, from the moment I set foot here many moons ago on a recruiting visit, I really felt like this was my family and this was where I was supposed to be. So I'm thrilled to be back and just hope that I can serve Northwestern in the capacity that I felt like it served me in my personal life and in my professional life.
And Dr. Webb, how is it having a former athlete and student come back to work for you?
Well, we really enjoy having former athletes back here because there's a certain aura about the athletic program. All of our students are important to us, and all of them potentially quite successful in life. Athletes just play a prominent role when they're undergraduates, which oftentimes leads them into prominent roles once they've graduated. So in the case of Haley, we're certainly very glad to have her back. Student athlete or no, she's functioning quite admirably.
Wonderful. Do you think that being a former athlete has really helped you stay connected to Northwestern and coming back and working?
Absolutely. I mean, you have such a vested interest in the university when you're a student athlete because you want to perform well, you want to be a positive reflection not only on the university but just for your teammates and for yourself. So it really trains you to be aware of your surroundings and how what you're doing is so much bigger than you realize. So I think it definitely will prepare you to be better in your professional life.
Wonderful. Now, as far as since you've been back, what kind of events has the alumni done this year?
Well, this spring we have been on our Alumni After Hours tour, which is something we do every year. You know, we go, like Drake's going to mention, we visit every city where we have pockets of alumni, primarily in Louisiana, but a few places in Texas. And then later in the year, we even go to Atlanta, Washington, D.C., Little Rock, and host events there. So we've just been traveling around hosting these events. Dr. Webb comes to some of them. We always have the athletic department there as well to update everybody on what's going on at Northwestern and just eat some food and have some drinks and have a good time.
Dr. Webb, how important do you think it is for the alumni to reach out like that to the community?
Well, I think it's extremely important, and you know, there was an era when this was known as alumni relations, and I think that in and of itself, that terminology played up the importance of staying in touch with alumni and also helping alumni to have a strong spirit of support about the university, whether it had to do with finances or emotional or psychological support, or helping us to recruit students to the university, including student athletes, letting our coaches be aware of potential athletes. So I just think that alumni affairs or alumni relations is an extremely important arm of the university, and especially since my father used to head it up.
Well, Haley, we've done tons of alumni events across the state and beyond, especially on some special tailgating events. How have those gone?
Oh man, we had some awesome tailgates this fall, both here on campus and off campus. The first off-campus event we had this fall was when Northwestern went down and played LSU in Baton Rouge. And that was just a little over a month into my career here at Northwestern in this position, and we had over 1,000 people show up at that tailgate. So it was really fun. We had a live band there. It was kind of a day-by-day thing. We had to up it and up it and up it. We had Chef Katie, who is sort of a famous chef down south in Baton Rouge, has his own TV show and everything, did all the food, and it was just fabulous. It was a really, really good time. And it really encouraged people to come to our other tailgates that we had after that, which was following at SMU in Dallas. We had over 300 people show up to that one. and then all the tailgates, of course, at home, including homecoming. With the Collins Pavilion being there, it's just such a fixture in the tailgating area, and it really provides a place for everybody to gather that they recognize as the alumni area, rather than just a tent that's popped up with all the other tents. So having that pavilion this year was great, and it really made a lot more people come out that might not have otherwise had an area to congregate and tailgate.
So can we expect a lot more tailgating events in the fall?
Oh, absolutely. We'll tailgate at every home game, and then on the docket right now for the fall, as far as our away game tailgates, the first one is going to be in Reno. The football team plays in Reno, Nevada, so we actually have a good pocket of alumni in the Nevada area. So we're going to go up there and do a tailgate at that game and try to plan some other activities around that tailgate and make it a trip for our alumni.
Dr. Webb, were you able to take part in these tailgates?
Oh, definitely. I try every week at home games to at least make a run through the various tailgating sites in the pavilion and see what's going on, talk to a lot of people. In fact, some of the people I get to talk to are parents of players, and also even parents of students who work in my office or work elsewhere on campus. So it's really an enjoyable time because everyone is sort of carefree and loose, and looking forward, one hopes, to a great Demon victory at the time, so it's a lot of fun.
Of course. Now, we've heard all about the tailgates and different road events, but what have we had as far as reunions go?
Well, in the fall we had a Scholars College reunion, and that was sort of a smaller reunion, but it was the 20th year reunion of the inaugural class of the Scholars College. It was a special reunion for those students, former students coming back. And then this spring we've had a basketball reunion, and this past weekend we just finished with the first all-time Demon baseball reunion. We had over 100 people come back for the baseball reunion. We had a big crawfish boil. We took them all to Jazz Fest and had a tent for them at Jazz Fest to congregate at, and it was really just a great event. We had two graduates there from 1958, and we had 3 graduates there from 2011. So, over a 50-year span of graduates coming back at an event was really, really something to see.
Well, what's on the horizon for the alumni?
We have some things coming up that we're working on. One of the things that we're doing right now is revamping our website. We want our website to be more user-friendly. We want people to be able to go to that website to see what's going on at Northwestern. So we're changing all of that up so that people will be able to easily navigate our website and keep up with what's going on, especially through our e-newsletter and our Facebook and Twitter pages and things like that are so prominent these days. All of that will be tied into our website. We have some events coming up in the summer. A bunch of golf tournaments coming up. We're always busy. We never sleep in the Alumni Center.
Well, that sounds wonderful. Thank you so much, Haley, for being here with us today.
You're welcome.
And we'll be right back.
You and her and all the other cousins would be having tea parties in her playhouse out back. Hi, I rehearsed trying to convey the right emotion, so please don't cause a commotion and mess me up. Thanks.
I spend countless hours moving with grace, so please be careful with flashing cameras. They can be distracting.
Grace, thy steps retrace, poor wandering one. I spend countless hours trying to perfect my pitch, so please silence your cell phones. I want to be heard.
Please adhere to the rules so we can put on our best performance for you.
Welcome back to NSU, where great things happen. We're here with Dr. Randall Webb, president of Northwestern State University, and Drake Owens, the director of Alumni Affairs and NSU Foundation. So I hear that we have a huge event planned for May 11th. Is that right?
That's correct.
What's going on? What is it?
We are having the NSU Family Fado on May 11th, and that's going to be a huge event for anyone who wants to come enjoy the sights and entertainment of the Natchitoches campus. We're going to have an event, we're going to have a live band out there, entertainment. We're going to hear some special announcements from Dr. Webb and the NSU Athletic Department. We'll have all-you-can-eat shrimp, catfish, all the fixings. We'll have a cochon delay during that event. And we'll also have plenty of entertainment for the kids. So I highly recommend that anyone who can come that weekend come out and join us.
Wonderful. Now I have to ask, what is fado dough?
Fado dough is actually a French expression. It means nighty-night, and it refers to an event where the family members or the adults would put the kids to sleep and then come out for a party. But we're calling this the family fado dough. There'll be enough party aspect for the adults, but at the same time there'll be enough entertainment for the kids. So we want to focus on that family aspect of NSU.
So that's the main purpose of the event?
Absolutely. The main purpose is to get people here on the Natchitoches campus. You know, we travel everywhere for our alumni gatherings, all across the nation, different pockets of alumni, but sometimes we forget how important our Natchitoches alumni are and people in the region, and we want to have an event right here in their backyard, but invite everyone who supports Northwestern to come to the Natchitoches campus and join us for that.
So Dr. Webb, are you excited about this fado dough?
Oh, I am. The last one was extremely exciting. Brenda and I had a wonderful time coming. It's one of those times when you get to talk about new directions and goals and what you hope you'll be able to accomplish, particularly in terms of fundraising and alumni development. And I think Drake would tell you this last time around, although we put in place a rather much of a stretch goal, I think we're going to reach that goal this time around when we close out our second capital campaign ever, and we'll be moving into another one.
Wonderful. Now, the campaign is coming to a close. Is that something we're going to hear about at the event?
Yes, we'll mention the exact numbers at the event, but we did set a goal at our first fado dough, which was in 2009. That was during our 125th anniversary. And we set a goal by the end of that first year to raise $12.5 million in honor of the 125th, but our overall goal was double that, $25 million in an open period of 3 years, which will come to a close this summer. So we've had back-to-back record fundraising quarters, so we'll have some exciting numbers and some other news to share at that time.
I know we all look forward to that. Speaking of record numbers, we've had record numbers in scholarships this year that have been announced. How exciting is that?
Well, it's been very exciting. We've had an excellent response from students and their parents as well. Right now, it appears as though we have the opportunity to attract an outstanding freshman class. I'm surely hopeful of this. We'll see on Census Day this fall in terms of the first-time freshmen we're able to enroll off the applicants. But the applicant numbers are really strong at this point, and this is a vivacious group. I really like that. And one of the messages we've taken far and wide, as Drake said, just as in the case of alumni affairs, our recruiting train with alumni affairs goes all over the state and throughout East Texas. And this year we actually had 16 of those. And we visited a number of high schools along the way as well. Every time we promoted the fact that scholarships at Northwestern are going to be the best you'll get anywhere in the country. And we may not give as much as Yale or Harvard might give in terms of dollar amounts, but in terms of what the student or parent, the net amount that has to be paid, we will proportionately do the best job of any school.
That's wonderful. Now, talking about the fado dough again, how will this year's be similar to the ones in the past?